Hi everyone, I'm Airier, and today we're going to be jumping right back into Tex Talks Battletech, the Amaris Civil War Part 2. This is the 482nd episode we've got in here, and if you realize that number sounds like bullshit, let me know what the actual number is, because I completely forgot what one we're on here. I'm just jumping in, because we got to drone ships last time, and while I was wrong, they're not nearly as overpowered to get up to the Orc Cloud immediately, because that's the threat range. It was, they have a month to get to the Orc Cloud, because that's their threat range, which is still really goddamn far. So yeah, we're just going to jump right in and see what's happening. And anyone's wondering if I might be taking notes on some of Kerensky's tactics, because I just started playing the harebrained scheme version of Battletech on the PC, and I would like to say I reasonably acquitted myself well by listening to the chat heavily, because dear God, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, ignore the scribbling I'm going to make on notepads, or odd cuts where I'm like, okay, how did this work? Yeah, that's definitely not happening. Yeah, because I would never do that. Otherwise, you guys know the deal. There's a link below to the original video. Hit it up. Are you done? Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let's get started.
Okay, what's a drone ship? All right. Imagine a warship weighing many thousands of metric tons.
I remember this image.
Imagine it's completely filled with computers designed to detect and murder intruders.
Murder bot drone
Fill it to the brim with weapons and armor. Then, since it's not...
I just realized this plating and... Oh, wait. No, I was going to say, it's really weird. It's so ununiform and scrapped together. Then I realized, no, wait, Kerensky's forces literally scrapped together at this point. Never mind.
Filled with meat bags. Keep
cool
in mind
they
it
have
can
that.
maneuver and
Actually,
fly
it's a
like a
thing showing in the
goddamn
art.
missile. Also, since it's not filled with mouth breathers, it can take a tremendous amount of damage and keep fighting.
Oh, actually, now that I mention it, because this looks so scrapped together, you can clearly see what's sided on. Well, I can English. And over here, this looks just much sleeker, much more uniform. The pieces look like they're segmented in intentional ways. That's just, I like this. It's really cool that you can see exactly which side each one is on because of the composition of the actual materials making up the ships. Great little detail.
These were directed and driven by thinking AI that had no compassion, knew no fear, felt no pain, and were willing to do anything to accomplish its objective.
So basically, they crewed it with an average CEO. Got it.
Protect Terra. There were 250 of these fucking things waiting in the Terran system. They were on active patrol, they were ready to respond, and instantly set to attack at the first sign of trouble. They were so adept at their job that SLDF scout vessels had to routinely pop in to observe from out in the Orc Cloud to avoid being absolutely murdered by the drone systems. Yeah. That's not the best part.
What?
Amaris had even ordered the enormous sunshade protecting terraform Venus to be moved and used as a giant sun laser. Yes, Amaris had...
5 hours later.
Okay, I got nothing to say. The fucked up part here is, this is absurd. We could not, in any reasonable way, do this. But just based on how they're showing it right now, what you're actually looking at, minus this, is an actual diagram of what a magnetosphere would look like as it's being buffeted by solar wind. And if they've basically found a way to compress the wind being formatted around it down so that it focuses in and creates a laser, or even just a directed beam. I mean, it's still a single small planet. You'd have to have a much larger collection way, but if they had a way to invoke a mass ejection from the sun into a place where it would hit Venus, and then Venus was just given a shielding system, and by shielding, just literally magnetics. The magnetic sphere around Earth is literally a force field around the planet to allow solar radiation to just go nope and leave. This is the only thing they're adding here, is that they put this on Venus rather than just using the magnetosphere on Earth. And then they just found a way to compress everything so it doesn't just go around it. It then gets refocused in and aligned. And I have so many questions, and all of them are, this is a level of technology so far beyond anything I have seen before, because this is terraforming of an entire world as a weapon. This is a level that I can honestly say 40k does not usually hit, except in when they describe their golden age. This is literal. This planet is a death laser. There is one thing in media I can say that if this is not just a horribly badly described version of the actual one is much weaker than I'm thinking right now, the only form of media that has something even similar to this is goddamn Star Wars with space magic. And I'm thinking of the actual Death Star. I mean, the Death Star is, way less probable because it's much smaller and has much more blowy uppy planet. Also can jump faster, but still, God damn. I was not expecting this level of jump in just weaponry tech. Fuck, man.
To be moved and used as a giant sun laser. Yes, Amaris had gone bonkers and become Dr. Evil at this point. The fragile sunshade tore when they maneuvered it, and Amaris got really mad. Venus went from a paradise world to inhospitable within a single generation. I mentioned this in detail, not because I trend toward tangent, as you know I do, but I want you to understand. This was Amaris' thinking. Have a huge pile of military assets and go, no, I want a giant space doom laser powered by the sun. Mr. Editor, I want you to add Venus to the list of things Amaris ruined. Thank you.
They terraformed Venus because they had an actual sun shield. And him moving Venus caused it to tear. So he got his laser, and it may or may not have worked. I don't even know. Freedom, democracy. Oh god, it's the list of all things he ruined. Democratic process, bibs, Golden Corral. I don't know. According to text, Golden Corral was already ruined well before that. Public access television. Dude, Mr. Rogers was on that. He didn't destroy it. He just ruined it temporarily. I'm sure they're having reruns. It's going to be a thing. Long-standing military traditions regarding honor and serving the state. To be fair, there's also a long-standing tradition of a lot of human history of doing exactly what Amaris did. So it's the other tradition humanity has. Reasonable agreement on limitations of nuclear weapons. Still surprised we have one of those. Seattle, Tacoma. Oh yes, because that's where it was located. The Cameron family line. I'll give him a pass on this one because I don't think he's the one who ruined it. It's definitely the last one. Unless we find out that there's more of them, but it's mostly the last one. Richard Cameron's face meets. No. Actually, I'm going to disagree with this one as well. I think he drastically improved it. I'm still giving him credit for this one. It is an improvement. Wearing a bathrobe to work. That was ruined well before you. Inter-house political balance. Honestly, they escalate more after this, but it sounds like they were kind of doing it on the slide beforehand. So it's less that they ruined it and more, they made it more open. And Creed is still an asshole. Reasonable battleship displacements. I actually don't know about this one yet, so I'm not going to say anything. Venus. Yeah, that's accurate.
Thank you. Closer into the system, there were extensive service batteries located on Luna and stations surrounding Terra and, of course, on the planet itself.
That ship is
batteries designed to eliminate any approaching fleet on their own through massive, accurate fire at standoff range. Now, once Kerensky was past all these space-based problems, if even he could manage that, he would have to invade Terra itself.
Yeah?
Each and every major city on the planet was fortified and manned by fanatically loyal divisions willing to...
So he got his loyalists actually back to Terra, not just the, I guess, processed populace at this point. I don't even say loyal or fanatic or desperate. It's literally just a matter of desperate would be more thought process I think a lot of them had left. So he has the loyal ones back. Honestly, though, I'm kind of surprised that once he has, assuming he had space supremacy, that Terra itself would be that hard. At that point, you could literally just go, fuck it. Granted, I think that's also why I won him, because I'm an asshole who would go, fuck it, and just start dropping rocks. I have made a lot of mentions of that, and it's been a while since I've done it, so I've had to do it again. Kerensky, I know for a fact, would never do that. Unless he does that one emotional thing that people keep telling me about, then not tell me about, which kind of terrifies me, because people being conscientious on the internet is not a good thing ever.
To die for the self-crowned emperor. They'd seen their homeland disappear and realized there was nothing left to fight for.
I mean, they can always go
Amaris.
back.
After all, escape was now impossible.
That part is
Amaris
true.
had long kept his elite, most fanatical, and most talented divisions close to home.
Oh, that's why they can't go back, because they'd be going back as his, not as RimWorld people. Small division,
had
but
spent
an
a
important
long
one.
time thinking about this day. He'd been left for dead in the periphery and then rose again
And sent
to
for
conquer
dead,
it.
and intended
He'd
dead,
made peace
a lot of
with
other
the
things with
periphery,
dead.
fought a civil war, conquered the RimWorld's republic, conquered the Terran hegemony, bypassed and overcome 1,000 challenges up to this point.
But
He'd beaten defenses engineered to be near unbreakable time and again. He'd kept the SLDF
near is
together,
important.
gave them purpose, and led them to victory after victory.
Yeah.
But he'd never given in to being a monster. No matter the losses, no matter the blood spilled, he remembered his oath. Through his strength of will and the strength of his forces, he remembered and honored their oath.
And this, everything Tex just said is why I've actually come around to really like Kerensky. In the first part, I wasn't really hot on him just because he wasn't really a part of it. It was mostly Amaris based. The first part of this was very much Amaris's story. And this second part is very much Kerensky's story. It's actually really cool how the juxtaposition there. Both play into each other's story, but both wax and wane based on the narrative. I just have a feeling it's not going to end well here.
He wasn't just a general at this point. He was Star League. And Star League was in town for the big show. Even after all he'd suffered, he didn't act in anger upon the eve of invasion. He offered Amaris a single chance to lay down his arms
Kind
and
of surprising.
surrender, and for him to be treated humanely.
I just realized what image it is. Before, whenever we saw Amaris, I think we were always pulled further in, so we couldn't see it. But he has the gun. He just Tex actually chose the scene where Amaris has the gun, where he just offed that one Cameron who's honestly probably better off that way for everyone else.
With the promise of a fair trial. But for Amaris,
Honestly, amnesty might work better in
losing
just
a home,
exile.
losing a
Probably
nation,
still horrible, but they can kill him later.
war, and a coup
Wouldn't take it.
makes a man a bit crazy.
A bit?
Amaris had watched it all burn. He'd watched everything he'd ever.
So just to clarify, by the sound of it, Kerensky got past all of that shit. He eventually did, and that's where Tex is at. Now he's giving Amaris the option. I don't like all the implications about burning because we already know about the giant literal planet laser of sun killing capacity or sun utilizing capacity. I don't like all the words that burn. No, please be wrong, please be wrong, please be wrong.
Achieved fall away like ash in the wind. Amaris refused to surrender in an insane,
surprised.
rambling message.
Do
Kerensky
they ever recognize it?
realized his choice was made,
All hands, battle
and it was
stations.
on like Donkey Kong.
God damn. Why does that make me laugh? Such an old phrase. Intermission? Oh, what's that smaller mech? Provided by BLP Facts? Story will resume. Hi, editor here. Just letting you know, we put in an absurd amount of time on this, and since it's so long, we decided to do a quick break. This part is called the intermezzo. Ooh. Which is Italian for intermission or something. Actually, I was about to say that. It actually is. Some plays actually use that if they're more Italian-based. Normally, this is where you'd go pee. Or smoke. Or whatever in the lobby of the theater. Please don't pee in the lobby of the theater. Fuck. Well, that option's out. This isn't a theater, this is your house, probably. This song is called Kerensky Blues, and it's written by Mr. Goat in the... Oh, BPL, this is original music. Nice. Well, this is the instrumental anyways. The full version is in the credits. Link to the description. Link to the rest of the music. I can't read it all. Some people are going to watch 10 minutes and ask where the music is before going back to their social media of choice. I would have. Mostly because I'm an idiot. I also would have forgotten to ask. And wondered why I didn't ask. I never thought of it again. Until I did. And it'll be some random time at 3 o'clock in the morning when I can't sleep. I'm like, where was that really cool guitar riff in the back of that Tex music video during the intermission? And I would be driven crazy by it. But then they would do nothing because I'm kind of crazy already. So, good chat. I wonder if you could find all the Easter eggs we put in. What? Or the cameos? None of you even noticed the Fiesta Pail in the last episode. I worked very hard on that one and got an extra good job from Mr. Tux. Did you know that Dennis Crosby... Wait, who? Dennis Crosby left TNG? Oh, The Next Generation. Because she got into fist fight with Brett Spinner? Oh, Spinner. Over a corn dog. Really? I was going to say it's bullshit, but honestly, it's such a weird fact, I could actually see it being real. What were the various Easter eggs they made? Oh, we made that up. Yeah. Some of you were going to IMDb to see if that was true. It would even be the dumbest thing I've heard. That said, 2020, I rest my case. What is true, though, is that Sir Patrick Stewart insisted on doing every scene twice, once naked and shouting, and the other in uniform and normally. Well, that's just bullshit. He would never insist on shouting. He would just do it. I like the music. That's why everyone's so into his style called Fuck You, I'm Patrick Stewart. This is also a lie, but it was so funny we put it in. I mean, on the one hand, it's Patrick Stewart. If we don't need to say, fuck you, I'm Patrick Stewart, he could do that now. When he started The Next Generation, I'm not saying he was an established actor. He was. But his catalog was made up at the time, and I think his biggest sci-fi accomplishment at the time was Dune. The old Dune. If you remember it and you had good feelings about it, never go rewatch clips. Just don't. Just don't, man. It's really... Just don't. About half your Patreon money pays the editor a subsistence wage, which he buys an accessory, narcotics, and hot dog essentials to continue his happiness. That makes sense. Fun fact, Tex has a master's degree with honors. In what? No, it's not in Battletech. Fun fact, Mike, the editor, was in the U.S. Army. Ah, good for him. His job was literally gasoline. Ah, he was in the fuel depot. Cool. Also, Mike is in my Discord, and his art is very choice. I'm just going to point out, due to his art of choice, I now have an appreciation for Canopus and their Catgirl enthusiasm. I just really enjoy his art style. I'm not going to say more because YouTube, but hot damn, man. I've put a link to his channel on a lot of the Battletech video game plays I've done because I used one of his images in the background, and it's freaking cool, man. Tex actually reads every comment and responds to as many as he can. Oh, you crazy bastard. His Twitter is used, however, primarily for shitposting. Or, you know, the best part about Twitter. Fun fact, Tex used to be a whiskey critic. Oh? He firmly believes hipsters ruin the core of what whiskey is. Getting drunk and getting mad? If you bring it up, he gets pretty mad. Yeah! Desk gun? Wait, what? Desk gun. As referenced across 8 years of content is a Smith & Wesson Model 19 manufactured in 1968. Huh, I have no idea what that is. I'm not a gun nut. I don't really know much about him. Tex and Mike are both Kirk guys. They don't hate Picard. They also think... They also think Kirk was a total boss. He was. Personally, I liked it when they had screen time together. It was fun. Not much, but yeah. When asked about what he'd do if he ever earned the big YouTuber money, Tex said, buy and operate a UHF station somewhere in the Midwest making weird programming. Okay, you gotta help me out on this one. What's a UHF station? I really don't know. Also, Tex making weird programming? I'm in for it. Sounds cool. I have no idea what it would be because I have no idea what a HHF, whatever station is. Sounds like something to go UFO hunting. Which might be the weird programming. That actually would be kind of fun. I really like this tune. It's great background music. Steiner's Scout Squad is written by Tex, but translated and voiced by native German speakers. Yeah, people told me about that, which is crazy. I love it. Mike once made Tex physically ill by speaking aloud verbatim. Yeah. Star Trek Discovery. I've never seen Star Trek Discovery. Tex refused to address the existence of the show. I've heard good things about it, but I haven't watched it. On fire more than once in his life? That seems like an issue. It seems not to bother him that much other than the damage it does to his... Oh God, it was on his beard? Oh no, oh God. That That's terrifying. Seriously, it's like dingo doodles in water, text and fire. What is with people having just native issues with reality? Madagascarian? Madagascardian. Oh god, that is one hell of a name. The first editor and co-editor of Tex Talks Battletech, cool, is a huge fan of kung fu movies. Yeah. He told Tex doing Tex Talks Battletech is a good idea and encouraged him to start this. Good. It's a great idea. He's also a legendary shit poster. Best people are. Mike made a Tex a 3D printed awesome. Oh, and painted it. Rust belt and it sits on Tex. That is so cool. Tex, upon finding out the MWS was an Epic exclusive after being promised a Steam key for his backing it, swore for an unbroken 5 minutes. Epic exclusive? Oh, it's an Epic, the Epic Game Store. Yeah. He probably put a lot of money into something from that pile of shit. Yeah, I kinda get that. That's a dick move. Several people have approached Tex about making him canon in Battletech. Yeah, this is where people talked about that. His response usually, that's probably a bad idea. I can't do his voice. I really can't. Oops, movie starting again. Also, from what I've heard, they did. It's happened. He is canon. I love every time someone confirms that. Like, literally, if they just posted that exact line, hey, by the way, Tex is canon in Battletech. Yes! That's just freaking cool, man. It's not just because Tex is awesome. He is. I just love the idea of someone just getting into the lore, getting into a series, and just having fun with it. And then being brought into the lore itself because it's like, you know what? Yeah, this is fun. I love that. It's probably one of the biggest reasons I wanted to get further into Battletech. Not just because Tex is awesome, which, god damn it, he is, and I just really enjoy this series, but also just because the entire atmosphere and everyone around it just seems chill and cool, and I just have fun with it. Oops, movie starting again. I actually have more fun with that. Part 4, Terra. Okay, shorter video than usual, but honestly, this is probably the best place I can think to cut this one here because I want to go into the next part, Terra itself. We just basically blew through all of the crazy shit with what it would take to get to Earth. Sorry, Terra. And I'm assuming at this point we're just skipping through all of the scout ships and the drone ships and just saying, here's what we had to get through. Unless the next part starts with, and here's what happens when they encountered the drones. I'm downing it because we talked about Amaris' response already. Unless that was sent out before they invaded. I don't know. I would love if we got more detail on the drone ships just because that sounded so cool. I'm a big fan of just anything to do with ships. So I got a type. And it's giant spaceships. It's not even a joke, honestly. I actually really just like that shit. Otherwise, you guys know the deal. There's a link below to the original video. Hit it up. It's Tex. He's good. And I know his artist has some very choice bits of art. Seriously, I'm not plugging him because he asked me to. He has no idea I'm doing this. But goddamn, does his he has an entire line of art with mechs operated by cat girls. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. All the same, for everyone watching, thanks. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and hit up the original video down below because it's Tex. You know he's good. Do that. And when you're done, just tell me what I missed because it's me. I did. I'm aware of that. But I actually like people telling me because I get a lot more info about this and it's really cool. It's how I found out about Tex being canon. It's awesome. So yeah, thanks everyone. I'll see you guys later. Adios. Maybe later as in when I do this live stream and play more of the Battletech game, which is just really kind of fun. I'm really having, I'm not cutting this stream short because I'm going to go play it now. I'm just been tempted because it's so much cool shit. I want to go just blow shit up. I'm not cutting it short because I'm not.